Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another quilling episode where I am going to show you some things that I've done and also teach you how to do butterfly number 2. So, I have been busy and I've been making mushrooms. Isn't that the just adorable little mushroom you've ever seen? It took a little bit of fine motor control, of which I'm lacking at the minute. I think I'm going to use wider papers to do any 3D building from now because the fine stuff isn't just working for me at all. But you can see that there's a fair amount of paper gone into this. Then there's the little leaves or the bits of grass, little steps, window, door. These little flowers are fringed flowers, very tiny, using about 4 centimeters worth of paper in length. There's a little leaf in the little window, and the top is about 40 sheets of or 40 lengths of the fine paper. But once again, if I use the thicker paper, I can use less and get a better effort, I think. The little tight scrolls are just one length that are really, really quilled up tight, and then there's a little butterfly. Now, if you can notice the little bit of glimmer and glitz on this, I've discovered something brand new, and I am loving it. It is the Jewel Effect paste by Prima. Finnabar. Yep. But it is absolutely gorgeous. This whole pot is going to last me forever, and I think it's going to be a lovely substitute for the glitter pastes or the glitter glues that I've been using. Look at that. Can you see the loveliness in there? All that beautiful paste with the glitter already through it, so I don't have to do much at all. Just dip in a little tool and paint it on or daub it on, and I have got this most gorgeous cover. I'll leave that there so you can have a good look at it. But it does a lovely fine coat of glitter if you want fine. If you want it heavier, like I've done here, well then you've got that one too. Just the tiniest little daub shows up and makes a world of difference on the mushrooms. I only did the top of this one, and that's got a shorter stem on it. As you can see, the width of the paper there is quite substantial in comparison to the little base, and it works so much better for me. So that, I think, is what I'm going to transfer to, using the larger papers for things like stems and 3Ds. This little mushroom top went okay. It was no big problem. But the larger I have to get the circle, the base one down here, the larger I have to do that, the more difficult it becomes for my hands. And this little one was just a fiddler, something I was playing around with. I had a couple of little elements in my spares box, and the leaf was a spare. That little piece of paper there is just to hold the step in place. The little flowers, I'd made several of. The little leaves, I had some of. This little one, the V, it's almost a V scroll, but it's a little bit out of shape there, but that doesn't matter. And I had a larger hole at the top of here, so I thought, right, I'm going to put a chimney in that, and it just works so very, very well. And once again, you can see the glitter, I hope, on the mushroom tops and on the flowers. And the last one, I started to do another mushroom stem, and the stem broke here. So I thought, okay. It had done it about 4 times on me, so I thought, right, it really doesn't want to be a mushroom. I'm going to move that out of the way now. It really doesn't want to be a mushroom, so I turned it into a flower pot. Had some elements in my little container, had lots of these, so I thought, right, I'll make a little tight coil flower. The fringed flowers, a couple of little butterflies I had left over from another project. The scrolls I did, and if you can hear that noise in the background, it is garbage dated and the bins being emptied. At least I hope they're being emptied. I put my greens bin out. I don't think it's been done, but I might have the wrong week. I don't know. But those are my gorgeous little mushrooms for this time around, just for something different to show you. And I'm only laying them on this side because you can't see them from the top, can you? It'd be a bit hard. So that's what I've been fiddling with. Okay, now let's do some more fiddling. I'm going to move these little gorgeous things just to the side of this little mat, because I'm working with a black body and black antennae, and I really don't want you to have to struggle to see black on black. So look at this. Black body, black board, no. That works a lot better. So I've already done his little antennae using 3 mils worth of paper, which is about that much. Folded it in halves and then scrolled it or rolled it down half that way and half that way to get the antennae. I've done 2 wings, the large one and the small one. Now the large one is a 1/4 length of black for the middle piece, 1 length of the apricot, and then a 1/2 length of peach. The small one is a 1/4 length of black, 1/2 length of apricot, and 1/2 length of peach. Now I will just turn those up that way so that you can get the measurements. And the little body, I've shown you how to do that on my last quilling video, so please go back to refer to butterfly number 1. Okay, starting off with the smaller piece of black at the end of your, or the first piece that goes onto your quilling tool. Now this is a lot tighter roll than I did for the other butterflies that I have shown you, but I think with the little black piece in the center it's going to look so pretty. And for the ladies who think this is fiddly, yes, it's fiddly, but with the tools that are available these days, you don't have to use toothpicks or skewers, and try and get your paper to stay in place. These slotted tools are just wonderful. And you've seen me use my battery winder, and that is just awesome. It runs through these very quickly. But I just want to spend some time with you today and do it manually. Just getting that back into shape if I can. It won't distort. It's not out of shape that much. Okay, I have arthritis in my fingers too, ladies and gents, so if you're thinking, the fingers look a bit awkward, yeah, they are. And I'm relaxing this manually rather than putting it into my shape ruler. If that's about right. A little bit of glue, a little bit too much, so just wipe it off. Just do a gentle little swipe, and that's all the glue you need. Just that tiny little smear to hold it in place. Doesn't stop glue getting all over my fingers though. For some reason I'm a messy gluer. Okay, now the pinch comes, if you can hold that up to there, the pinch comes down where you've glued it. I think I've just made a mistake. This is the small one. I should not have relaxed it so much. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to rewind this. And yes, you can rewind it. All you've got to do is press it out between your finger and your thumb, as you can see I'm doing, to get out the kinks. So frustrating. And I was doing such a good job of that. Oh well. These things are sent to try. And try as they do. I'm sorry, you're going to have to watch me do this again. bit like watching paint dry, isn't it? It's a little boring. Hi Carrie Sue, I thought I'd say good day to you. Carrie sent me the most beautiful photos. She'd been away on a little holiday and she'd gone into a shop and there were lots of quilled things, and she immediately thought of me and sent me some beautiful photos. So what I'm going to do is print a couple of them off and do what I've done with the book covers. I will do them, show you the inspiration, and then show you my take on it. Absolutely stunning birds and and that she sent me the most beautiful cardinal photograph of a quilled cardinal. I love those birds. I don't get them here in Adelaide, but they are, they've got a soft spot in my heart. They're just beautiful. I think it's the color because I love red. Whilst green is my favorite, red is not far off. Okay, let's get the little one up. I'll pull that just a little bit tighter. Still a little bit more. Okay, if your shape isn't quite the right size, just by pulling on your lead paper, you can tighten up your coil, and that will help you to maintain the same shape and the same size, more importantly. Sometimes having the odd size is okay, but on a lot of things, the symmetry of identical things is best. Not so much is best, but it looks better. Okay, that's better for my eyes too. That's cool. Alright, now I can get back to pinching again. Down where the glue is. And there we have the two small wings. Okay, now for the big one. Alright, watching paint dry again, folks. Start with the black because that's the feature colour in the middle of the wing. That's the little butterfly's hiding place, or his camouflage, sorry. Not his hiding place, his camouflage. Stops the bigger birds from doing something they shouldn't do. Okay, winding. Can't play music. So shall I sing to you? No, I don't think so. Because the voice is a bit wobbly with sinus this morning, so if I started to sing, it would sound like a frog croaking. That would be funny, but no, it's not going to happen. Sorry, folks, you're just going to have to put up with me waffling. And losing control of my fingers here. Come on. What is going on here? That's better. I had it up a little too high in the grip area, and I was losing it. Not that I keep it all together all the time. I think if you're a crafter, you lose your patience every now and then. Now, if you don't lose your patience with your craft and with whatever you're doing, can you tell me how you maintain that continuity of sanity, please? I would really love to know, because I just cannot do it. Tighter, just a little bit, not much. Okay, now I might have enough glue left on the end of my stick. No, it's dried already. This Aleene's tacky glue dries so quickly, it's beautiful. It means you can proceed with your projects ever so quickly and then move on to something else. Sorry, I realized I was holding it up towards me where I normally work. Oh, I've got lovely bits of sunshine coming in. One hand is sunny, the other hand is in the shadows. Light and dark. Night and day. One of those wonderful things. Okay. I'll keep this in the sunlight if I can. Okay, pinching that just on one end. And I might give this one an extra little pinch. So they both look the same. There you go. There are the wings. Now I just saw this little piece of paper sticking out. I'm just going to nip that little bit off before we assemble. Okay, I hope you've got all those. I hope I've had it up long enough for you to read my terrible writing, but there are the measurements. Okay. Now, the little body is there. The antennae. Oh, that's a big blob of glue. I don't need quite that much. Okay, now as I've told you before, put your antennae down and move your body to it. Don't try and do it the other way around, because in all honesty, it just falls apart because there's such a fine amount or such a little amount of contact there. Okay, I like that side better. Oh, the heat is starting to come in. We're expecting something like 34 degrees here in Adelaide. 34 degrees Celsius, that is. Too much glue. What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't need that glue there anyway. Oh, Ruth. Seriously. Oh, I've got my baby wipes. I'll use that. Oh, the mind really isn't working well today. I'm so sorry, folks. I'm making a dog's breakfast out of this video. Okay, that'll dry. Oh, I almost want to wipe myself down. Oh, that's lovely and cool. Oh, let's hope I didn't use a gluey spot, otherwise I'm going to have a shower as well again. Okay, let's start this again. Alright, a little bit of glue along the edge. I said a little bit. Yeah, the warm weather is definitely coming because my glue is just running out of that bottle. Okie doke, let's try this again. I'm going to drop it down there and then just gently move it into place. Get it into the middle, as close to the belly as you can. Okay, happy with that. Okay. That's not quite enough. I've got a big puddle over there where I wiped the other stuff off. So a little bit of glue on both sides of the peak on the small one, because you want it to connect with the top wing as well as the side of the body. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Yep. Now if I hold that there, is that going to work for me? Well, we'll see. We will see, won't we? You know, as a dear friend of mine would say, blind man would be pleased to see it. I spent a couple of days with that lovely lady over the last few days, and it's been beautiful. And we've got a public holiday being Adelaide Cup Day for the races today. So tomorrow I can get to the post office because I have a parcel waiting to go to New Zealand for the winner of my last giveaway. And I've been holding on to it because I've not been able to go out and do what I have to do. due to being, self-locked in. I did not catch COVID, thank goodness, but I would rather isolate and not take the risk of passing it on if I did get it. So I spent a few days in isolation, and that's fine too. But as soon as I came out of isolation, I had a house guest, and it was just lovely. Okay, my lovelies, there is butterfly number 2, finished in all his glory. And I will just put the measurements alongside him so that you can see. Sorry about that. Got a message. Forgot to put my phone on silent. All right, lovelies. Thank you very, very much for joining me and listening to my waffling on. And I will catch up with you in the next video where I show you something really, really cool. I'm only going to tell you that much. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye now.